clap.
That was pretty good.
Okay, cool. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Quarantine Diaries episode 14.
15.
No, 16.
16, yeah.
16, because yesterday was 15, I think.
Okay, yeah, that's right. So this is number 16. Holy shit. That's pretty impressive that we've had this many out. But hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode. In the studio, we have my co-host, Connor Hazelton. Connor, how you doing?
I'm a little tired. I had big dinner, but, I'm here. I'm ready to go.
I had a big dinner, too, and I'm really feeling it now. And also in the studio, we have the subject of Wednesdays with Will Kier. Will, how we doing?
Doing pretty well. Happy to be on. Finally got to catch up with your guys' pods. It's been pretty busy for me. All of them great, but the heist one was all-timer.
That was good.
You guys, that's an MVP cast right there. Love seeing Didiana rep. John he's been in 2 fantastic episodes. I would love to, be with them on a pod here coming up because they bring a lot of energy and good insights. And Andy was classic Andy there. So that was really well done.
Great. That we'd love to hear that. It's been a weird week. It's felt like the first week where I've actually done actual work during this whole thing, so everything's going super slow for me now. Sucks. Yeah. But getting into the segments, I don't have any fors or against, but Connor, I think you have career questions. I have 2 as well.
Yes. We'll start out with who will have the better career when it's all said and done between these 2 folks. Mr. Zion Williamson or Connor McDavid?
Oh, this is an easy one.
See, it is easy, but I fucking hate Connor McDavid. So I'm biased in going Zion. But McDavid's the right pick. I just hate how people have been saying he's the best player in the league.
David, I hate him. I'm picking Zion out of spite. I just wanted to know, the right pick is McDavid, though.
It's a pure just... People crowned him this is how I started hating LeBron. Is people crowned him the best player in the league, his second year in the league. And it's like, dude, you fucking forgot about Sidney Crosby. I hate you. And now I hate Connor McDavid forever.
Well, I will say this about McDavid, though. Sure, he statistically has been the best. I mean, just watching him, that's my favorite game to go to is trying to get to the Edmonton game. And actually, they played I remember it was on Election Day what was that, 3 years ago. I went to the Oilers game. And then, went home the election, was I don't know why, I just remember it was crazy night. But anyways, McDavid is fucking insanely good. But, Crosby, we were in the playoffs his second year, lost in the Stanley Cup his third, won it his fourth. Dude, McDavid he hasn't even made the playoffs yet. So
I think he made it once.
Did they?
Probably a first-round exit,
I guess they were on track this year. They started off really hot, but, that Draisaitl is absurd too. They make a great line. I don't know. I feel like he would have had more team success by now. Zion, actually, the Pelicans were kind of not surging, but they were definitely more competitive with him on the floor immediately. And obviously, you can say the same about McDavid. You take him off, they're gonna suck. But I don't know. You think of someone that's that amazing. I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't propelled them to more success. This has got to be his 5th year probably. So I will still go with McDavid as my answer, but my heart is praying it's Zion. Yeah,
I love Zion. Zion's so cool.
And this is a fun one. It's who had the best career. It's between 3, and we're gonna have to rank them. Paul Pierce, Melo, T-Mac.
Man,
I feel like there might be I don't want to say clear-cut answer for one. I personally go Pierce 1, Melo 2, T-Mac 3.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's it. I think honestly though, you could say T-Mac had the best prime. I know Anthony, from just team success, Pierce is the only one of the 3 with a ring. McGrady,
but he also got them to the East Finals before everyone even got there. When it was him and Antoine Walker. Melo got out of the first round twice, and T-Mac never did when he was the guy. He did when he was with the Spurs, but he didn't play. as his prime, it was T-Mac.
I'm trying to think. T-Mac played with Yao one year when they were pretty good, weren't they? The Rockets.
I don't think he ever got out of the first, though. That was like T-Mac's big thing.
I guess now I'm thinking about it. I bet you statistically, T-Mac out of those three, if you had to pick statistically their best season, I bet you he might have the best. From just watching pure basketball, I think Carmelo was the most talented of the three, but Paul Pierce actually had the best career. So that's a weird way to look at it, but I'm going to go with your order, Connor. I think you nailed it.
I do this weird thing with Melo in my head because I'm a Melo guy. Is one, I always count his championship at Syracuse as part of his NBA resume for some reason.
Yeah.
I just can't help it on the inside, but I just love that run so much. And people forget Melo's first 2 years, he was a better player statistically than LeBron. People forget how big of a rivalry that was, and Melo kind of took him to school the 1 year. It was pretty awesome.
Faded pretty quickly, though. The rivalry ended pretty quickly.
Those Nuggets teams I forget about. Wasn't it like AI still like low key at the end of his prime with Carmelo and Kenyon Martin? Yeah.
But then they traded AI. Loss to the Lakers, Kobe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a big Melo guy myself. I think he gets unnecessarily shit on, but whatever. Okay, on to the main segment now. Yes. Are we going to do the big segment now?
Yeah.
Basically, if I'm explaining this correctly, and if I fuck up here, you clean up my mess. We're basically assembling our own NFL franchises. We're just doing like a quick 6-player draft of different positions. We need location, team name, colors, mascot, as well as a list of other things I need to look at.
Right. So yeah, it's just like a draft that we've done in that has been done in previous episodes, but we're doing a draft to build an expansion NFL team.
And I have the names in the hat right here.
Are we doing players first or franchise first?
Let's do players first.
Okay. All right. So what are the positions again?
Quarterback, running back, receiver. Receiver / tight end. I'll go with.
Okay.
Defensive lineman, linebacker, defensive back.
Okay. I like it.
And the first pick in the draft is going to.
I'm going to write this shit down.
Yes, it's me. Haha. Yes.
A lot of hand action and hiding there, but I'll take it.
The second pick goes to Mr. Wilkere.
Yes, I have two people in mind that I wanted.
I want the snake.
Hold on. Let me write down the names real quick.
So, Connor, before, I don't want to skip too far ahead, but do you have the categories for, like, the actual franchise written down, or do you want me to, like, pin those down as we're kind of going through this?
Do that as we're going through this. I'll have the draft order. Right. First pick, I will be taking from Texas Tech University, Patrick Mahomes.
Have to.
Will, you are on the clock.
All right. So if I take a quarterback here, that'll allow Kyle to take a quarterback with his last pick. Yeah. But I think there is one guy that I want here. I'm gonna go with a Mr. Kyler Murray. This is a Kyler Murray podcast, so I'm gonna get Kyler to be the face of my franchise. I don't know if he's gonna like where I want to move my team, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm like stunned right now. I mean, I don't have to pick, but
he's the third MVP odds this year. So
true.
Let's give credit where credit's due.
Now I can load up his team now.
I'm really excited for this pick. Now the quarterbacks are off the board. That's why I was hoping for 3 so I could sit on it. And I'm gonna wait until the very end and take the 2 most disruptive forces in the NFL. I'm gonna go Aaron Donald and Khalil Mack. To lead my
That's disgusting.
Very mean.
That's a problem.
It is a problem.
Yeah.
Will, you are up.
All right. Again, there's so much talent at wide receiver and tight end, but a lot of those guys that we know, like the Julios, the Hopkins, those guys, it's not that they're old, but if I'm starting a new team, I need guys that the young fans can cling on to and relate to. So with Kyle going to stout defense here, I'm gonna go Michael Thomas to pair with Kyler Murray.
Perfect wide receiver.
He seems like a very likable guy. I know he's done some goofy shit on Twitter recently, I think, but like with his relationship with Breeze, like I know Breeze is just like the man and feeds him the ball all the time, but like different than what Ben and A was. Like there was always like tension you could feel, but like I know we're not getting the same coverage that we do with Ben and AB, but he seems like kind of just like a straight up like I want to get my stats, but at the same time I'm more worried about winning. So I like that about Michael Thomas.
I do like that a lot. All right, Connor, what do you got?
I mean, you need to have guys that can shut down the number one receiver, and I'm going to go with a fellow Gamecock, the best corner in the league, Mr. Stephon Gilmore.
Yep.
I like it.
Now it's tricky because there's so many different options I can go with now, and I think
I want to guess this pick.
Instead of a receiver, I'm going George Kittle.
Wow, I love that.
That's
the
fun.
fucking grind. Yeah, so
fuck Travis Kelce. I think Kittle's way better and way cooler.
Yeah, so Connor, to kind of piggyback off of the grinder mentality, I'm gonna need my defense is literally gonna be 3 just fucking hard-nosed grinders. I'm going with TJ Watt.
Yeah.
And he can be my linebacker. Is that fair?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet.
Okay. I guess I'm going to go secondary and just keep the meanness going. And I'm struggling between 2 guys, but I think I'm going to pick the more established one who's still plenty young. I'm going to go Jamal Adams here.
Nice.
I hate Jamal Adams, but it's a good pick.
He's like a 97 on Madden this upcoming year. He's going to be nasty.
I think he's a douche, but continue.
Absolutely.
I like it. Okay. Wait, what was the thing didn't he like tackle the Patriots mascot or something, like crush it at the
that was funny.
That's awesome.
That was really funny. I didn't like how he was like crying, "Oh, woe is me" and shit when they were gonna trade him to the Cowboys, who were, guess what, a better fucking team than the Jets.
Yep. No, that's fair and true. Running backs definitely going last here. So my defense is all done. Yeah, I'm gonna go. How old is he? Do I have to worry about domestic violence in this draft and that possibly being?
We'll let it slide.
Okay, I am going to go with Tyreek Hill here. Get some speed. Some guy who absolutely take the top off the offense, and then hopefully my quarterback will still be there.
Assuming I don't put him at defensive lineman. All right, I am going. This falls perfectly into my plan here. I'm going with the Bash Brothers. I'm going J.J. Watt as my defensive lineman.
Everybody's been dreaming about that. It'd be so cool.
Yeah. Get my Bash brother.
I need to see this man's age really quickly. He is he's going to be 30 this upcoming year, so he's still plenty young. I need a tackling machine on my defense, so I will be going with Bobby Wagner.
Yeah, I was thinking about him. Honestly, I would have taken Kuechly, but he was retired. I mean, Kuechly would have been perfect for this.
Yep. Now, I love Bobby Wagner. That's Paul Orris on Madden with Bobby Wagner is the most fear-inducing thing that I've ever seen. So, healthy respect there.
And I'm going to hate myself for doing this, but fuck it, I'll take Saquon here.
Oh my! You're the biggest fraud of all time.
I mean,
I
he wasn't gonna make it back to you, probably.
no,
So.
no, and probably McCaffrey wasn't either.
Yeah.
I had to guess.
I'm actually going to go a different direction now because, again, this is an anti-running back podcast. So I'm going to say running back for my last pick.
Same.
I'm going to go not by design, but how it worked out. I'm going to go with the three white guys to lead my defense. I'm going to go Harrison Smith as my defensive back.
Oh, I like it.
He's been a 99 on Madden for as long as I can remember.
For the record, I'm disgusted with myself for taking a running back. I just want that on record.
And Saquon, who you don't even like.
Just out of principle now, since this is Kyle's last two picks, he's still going to take a quarterback when he doesn't need to before his running back.
100%. And I'm going to pick Deshaun Watson, throwing.
Oh!
Like
no Russ.
No Russ. Russ is 32. I'll take that inverted 23-year-old Deshaun Watson. I might be off by a couple years on both, but you get the idea. And then I'm gonna go with my favorite running back. He's not white. He's the opposite. Very, very hood. Alvin Kamara.
Love it.
I like that too.
So my favorite interviews of all time are Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara when they were together. And two, Alvin Kamara has the bull piercing nose ring.
Yeah.
He's stuck with any black guy that has a bull nose ring. They mean business, and so does Alvin Kamara.
Kier, your last pick is whom?
So the logical pick here is Christian McCaffrey, but my defense is all about just complete grit and grind. So I'm gonna go with Derrick Henry as my running back.
Ooh.
Yep.
Because my offense is going to be designed around guys who can just get first downs. We are just going to eat the clock. Michael Thomas, his classic 7-8 yard catch. If we have a 3rd and 11, he's not open. Kyler's going to scramble, get it, and then Derrick Henry's going to carry the ball 38 times a game. Then we're just going to play defense.
Yep.
My last pick in the draft. So I need a defensive lineman, a pass rusher.
Oh. Connor, there's a common pick out here.
He has a brother in the league,
yep.
And he's better than his brother, and his name is Nick motherfucking Bosa.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I was going to write down and show you later. I knew you were getting
22.
Yeah. I love Bosa. All right. The teams. Connor's team. Pat Mahomes, Stephon Gilmore, George Kittle, Bobby Wagner, Saquon Barkley, Nick Bosa. I like my team a lot. Kier's team, Kyler Murray, Michael Thomas, TJ Watt, JJ Watt, Harrison Smith. Very white team so far. Derrick Henry.
I had to add some color with that last.
Incredibly white team. Wow. And Kyle's team, Aaron Donald, Khalil Mack, Jamal Adams, Tyreek Hill, Deshaun Watson, Alvin Kamara. A lot of speed there. A lot of speed.
Yeah, I can just I see my team just be an air raid on offense, big plays, and then 4 pass rushers that are going to cause havoc. I'm very excited for my team.
Now, do we just want to go through each of the things individually? Say we each go where our cities are, then or just all do them once. All right.
To that, so we'll do cities. You guys get the first 3 picks, and then second one, then I'll get the last pick, and then the next in the first round, just snake down.
Okay. Yeah. So by category. Yeah.
So it's back to me then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. My city. We will be headed down to Charlotte, North Carolina. Move over, Panthers. There's new guy in town, new sheriff in town.
All right, so you're gonna be. Are we replacing a team then? So we have to kick a team out, or are we an expansion team where we're getting added to the league?
Wherever you want. You're an expansion team getting added, but you can take over another city and tell somebody to move the side or share the city. You're making a whole new state and everything, so.
Are you going to be joining the AFC South or the NFC South then, Connor?
AFC South. It's a weaker division.
Okay.
And we're playing in a dome.
Okay. I like that. All right. So I'm up.
Mhm.
All right.
You are headed to where?
So we will be joining the NFC North by moving to Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Interesting.
We will not be playing in a dome. We will be playing outside for sure, and we'll be playing right on Lake Michigan. It's going to be cold. It's going to be snowy, and we're going to be joining the Grinders up there in the NFC North.
Kyle, you are headed where?
Okay. I like this one. It is we won't be playing in a dome. We want the cold rain. Something only Seattle has in the league. Very intimidating, very tough to play in.
I know where you're going.
We're going to Portland, Oregon.
Nice.
We're bringing a franchise. Very passionate fan base for all their sports teams. They always rank high up in the attendance ratings no matter what league they're in. And I could just see, do you remember the height of like Oregon football and how hype Autzen Stadium is? Portland can bring it down, so I'm excited to take them there.
Dude, the Portland Timbers MLS team, have you seen? I think like Wags and Colin and them went to a game, but apparently their fans are insane. Like, for their games there. But I like it. We all picked big cities too. Like, I mean, we got to fill these seats, right? So,
but they're not like big market cities either, which I like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. We are going to be the center of attention in these.
We didn't go with like the basic bitch like New York, Chicago, LA picks. No, we're working our way from the top. So the second part, Kyle, this is you again, and you are, what is it? I believe it's the mascot or the team name.
Okay, so
we can lump this together too. So pick your team name and then say like what your mascot would be, and then also your mascot's name.
Okay, I got it then. So I'm going direct shot across the bow at folks on the other side of the stadium. We're a coastal team too. We're going to be the Portland Pirates. Direct shot the Buccaneers because they haven't done dog shit with Pirate moniker. Our mascot's name is going to be Steve the Pirate. He's going to look like the guy from Dodgeball. And very excited to get this franchise started here.
I love that. All right, so my team name is going to be the Outlaws, okay? And it's going to be the Outlaws because Harley Davidson was found in Milwaukee.
There you go.
And my mascot's name is going to be Chopper, and he's going to be a hog.
I like
the wild hogs because they were on the motorcycles. So his name will be Chopper. He'll be running around, oinking around, just getting the crowd fired up.
Have a nice rivalry with the Packers, and you guys all bring cheese graters.
Exactly. That's the type of rivalry we want, where it's just drinking beer in like 0-degree weather and just arguing about cheese.
Love that.
For my team name, we are the Charlotte Flamethrowers.
Oh my god!
You guys are what? Dairy Queen burgers.
I'd imagine us being our mascot just being like a flame in like a football jersey, maybe holding a fake flamethrower that shoots out confetti, like a hockey mascot. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think his name. I think you got to just go with Frank the Flame. Just kind of easy.
I like
Frank
that.
Flaming.
Flaming Frank. That's what it is.
There you go.
Flaming Frank.
Next part of agenda is
Coach. Week's gonna be real contentious in that stadium.
Wait, should we do next one is Coach. Yeah, let's do Coach. We'll save color scheme. Okay. Coach.
Just skipping over and giving yourself the good draft picks. I see how it is.
And wait, so Connor, I have a couple on that the list I sent you guys earlier, but we'll go through these ones first, and then there's a couple fun ones that we have too. But we'll keep going as we are, and then we'll hit those at the end.
I mean, the obvious pick is Belichick, but he's in his late 60s, so I'm going Kyle Shanahan. I don't fucking care.
I love that.
Yeah, I love Kyle Shanahan.
Yeah, that's the top pick there. So I kind of have this narrowed down to two guys. One guy's pretty logical. The other one makes no sense, but I'll explain why. I'm gonna go with Vrabel is my coach because
I like that. I like that a lot.
he's literally going to be headbutting the Watts like in between every play, like when they're
They were
losing their mind.
He was made for the Watt family.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go with Vrabel. But honestly, my second pick was Brian Flores, and the reason. So listen to this. The reason I like Brian Flores is they played the Patriots like week 16. I think they were like 2-13 at this point. It's like the third quarter. They're down 14, and it's like a 3rd and 6 like missed call. And Flores is losing his fucking mind on the referee. Like, this game means absolutely nothing. It's a point in the game. Like, everyone knows the game's over. But he is chewing this ref's ear out for like 10 minutes. It was a wrong call, but he was standing up for his team. He refused to believe that they were going to be the laughingstock of the league when they clearly were. They lost their first like 4 games by like 3,000 points.
Right.
I just love the fight in him. He didn't make the cut. Vrabel's definitely more qualified. But Brian Flores, if you get fired, we'll reach out to you for a coordinator job. Just letting you know if you're watching the pod.
Okay.
Kyle, your coach is whom?
I'm glad that neither of you took him because my whole plan would have fallen apart. And I know he's not the most logical or best choice, but I like the fit for my offense. And it goes with my theme where my entire franchise's existence is calling out the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We are throwing money at Bruce Arians and stealing.
Yeah, I like that.
Him and Deshaun Watson would actually be like pretty fun together. I'd like to see what Deshaun can do with like an actually offensively minded coach. It's going to be a fun system. Got Tyreek there as the big weapon. They're going to make some stuff happen. So
That'd
Bruce.
Be fun. Yeah.
Next on the list was said franchise player. Do you want to do GM now?
Yeah, GM will be good. That's fair to come back with GM.
Yeah.
So you got first coach, you take third GM. Yeah. So Kyle, GM to you.
Okay. It sucks that I don't know his name off the top of my head. But he was the Chiefs GM, went to the Browns for 1 year and just got fired. What's his name?
John Dorsey.
I'm taking John Dorsey.
From
Hard Knocks. Fucking have him.
I didn't watch Hard Knocks, but what I respect the most about him is he just goes after the domestic violence players, doesn't give two shits, takes all the brunt of everything. So anytime I need a scapegoat for a skeptical signing, that guy's going to take it. He loves that shit. He lives for it. And he does have an excellent drafting record. One of the best throughout the last 10 years at this point. He built the Chiefs team for what it is today. So John Dorsey.
Okay. He was not on my radar, but I'm not going to let Connor's dream of pairing Shanahan and Lynch happen here, so I'm going to go with John Lynch.
Yeah.
I was once Connor says his guy, I'll tell you who was second on my list, but I want now if I have Vrabel as an ex great player as my head coach, I want an ex great player to be my GM. I think they'll be able to relate on a lot of things. I'm not. Yeah. I think I want to keep that kind of mentality throughout the system here. Hard-nosed football player. So I'm going to go with Lynch.
I like it.
Yep. My first pick of GM. I am going with Chris Ballard of the Indianapolis Colts.
Yep.
I think he's really good. Yeah, like he built the Colts up in like a year. The entire year Luck missed. Then Luck retired and like still managed to keep him afloat. And they can maybe be all right this year.
And then made some aggressive moves this offseason, too. I really like what he did there. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the combo of him and, was it Frank Reich? Is it his head coach? Yeah. I mean, he's a great coach, too.
Yep.
Do we want to do color scheme now?
I feel like color scheme is probably like we can do it. We can hit that real fast. I don't think this should be a draft item though. I think we can all just kind of rip through our color schemes and then
okay.
Yeah.
No, save them for the end. What should be the next pick then? The next.
So I have one of the things we talked about is our best concession item.
Fuck.
So our best concession item. I'll go through, and then if you know one, we can rip through these. But the other ones that I wrote down were best concession item, your best like stadium attributes, so something that makes your stadium unique. Your team's theme song. So as the Steelers have Renegade, what your team's theme song would be. And then I have your celebrity endorsement. So as Drake is to the Raptors and Spike Lee is to the Knicks, who is going to be your celebrity endorser on the sidelines that is just your biggest fan?
Okay, I'll need to look up celebrity endorser, but I have the other three.
Let's do
Connor,
celebrity endorser because I have two in mind that I could go with.
Okay.
One of them is, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna pull out the big guns. I am going with the owner of the Charlotte Hornets himself, Michael Jordan.
Wow, that's a great one.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard to beat.
I was either gonna do him or Steph Curry, but Steph probably wouldn't be able to go to that many games since he's on the West Coast. But he's a big Panthers fan, so he's got to go with MJ.
I like it.
That's what scares me about mine. So mine is, I'm pretty sure I've seen this celebrity like on a bike like all the time, like whether it's on the news or on Instagram or whatever. I don't know why I remember this, but to go with my Harley Davidson theme, isn't Brad Pitt like real into motorcycles? I'm pretty sure. Like,
I've seen him on a bike too.
I'm pretty sure like his like Instagram.
Brad Pitt.
But yeah,
why not?
I might have to look that up, but I did look up famous people from Milwaukee, and like Jeffrey Dahmer popped up. So I'm like, well, I'm not gonna have him fucking endorse my.
Hello, it's intimidation.
Yeah, he's like the most famous person from Milwaukee, so I'm like, I gotta go for a real celebrity here, and I'm gonna go with Brad Pitt, and maybe like he can ride like a fucking chopper out of the tunnel, and then my team runs out behind him. So that's where I'm going.
All right, so I looked it up real quick. I thought of one. I was like, that's pretty fucked up. So I looked up guys with similar attributes. I was going to do Stuart Scott because he had one eye and could wear an eye patch, but RIP, and we don't want to make fun of him. So we're going with Fetty Wap, who also has one eye.
Yeah, a good one.
So he can just be around hyping the crowd up wearing an eye patch. Kids will fucking love it. So Fetty Wap.
Nice.
So we're doing concessions now.
Or does that transition into your theme song, Kyle?
My theme song wasn't going to be a Fetty Wap song. He could be like an unofficial anthem, but for the official one, I don't know how familiar Connor is with the PNC Park, but they took away the Hoist the Colors intro into the Pirates of the Caribbean theme song for the
That has to be your song then.
So what I'm doing is I'm taking that from the 9th inning when the Pirates are down just to my intro video. And it's going to be Keira Knightley hyping the crowd up with that speech, and then in the Pirates Caribbean theme song. Huge missed opportunity by the Puckos. Still will never forgive him for that. So we're going to move that onto the Portland side of things.
I love that.
Your theme song is what?
So my theme song is going to be Highway Tune by Greta Van Fleet. Greta Van Fleet. Yeah, so I love that song. It's, again, the Highway Tune. I'm trying to keep everything correlated here right now, and then kind of like how the Vegas Golden Knights, who rings like the bell before the game? Like each team has something they do like before the game. Of the Buccaneers, it like blast their cannons, and like
we're stealing.
Yeah. So like I want to have like basically all these speakers hooked up to a chopper's like and they're like revving the chopper, and then it blasts through the stadium, and then Highway Tune comes on, and the place goes fucking nuts. Yeah.
Love that. What you got?
So I'm going to please to the whites on my team, the George Kittles, the Nick Boses. I just imagine George Kittle losing his shit running out to this song, going off for 200 yards and 3 touchdowns, because it's a song that gets me fucking hype. We are going with Stranglehold from Ted Nugent.
Wow, that's an all-time great. I could listen to that song every day. Yeah, I can listen to that song every day and lose my fucking mind.
Yeah, it just like gets you ready to go.
That's a
Like,
Jimmy Clare song too. You text him like you text Jimmy Clare Stranglehold at any point during the day of any day, and he will just like respond, "I'm geeking." Like,
That's great.
all right, we're doing concessions now because I finally thought of one. Charlotte, it's in the South. It's known for barbecue. We have like a big barbecue place. What type of barbecue? I don't know, like brisket, shit like that, but just barbecue.
okay, it's clean, it's simple. You don't get good barbecue at many football stadiums either,
No.
so I like it. So being up in Wisconsin, I'm going to go with deep fried cheese curds.
They get
just a home run. And you can throw them on a burger if you want. You can throw them on a hot dog. You can do whatever you want with them. And then as a bonus, I would have alcoholic like hot chocolate and alcoholic coffee because it's so fucking cold up there. So to keep like your hands warm, like so you don't have to be having those mittens on, using two hands to drink a beer and try to watch the game. You have like a thermos where they give you alcoholic hot chocolate and you can drink that. So those are the 2-star items here.
Love that. We're just going with some good old-fashioned chicken planks is what we'll call them. But it's going to be like actual soul food chicken fingers. And then alcohol-wise, just rum and cokes and coconuts that they can take.
Drinking out of a physical coconut.
Yes.
I love that.
And then, so what's next? Stadium feature?
Yeah, so the stadium feature.
Okay, so I'm taking Raymond James to the next level. Whole stadium's in the shape of a pirate ship. 2 decks.
That's
it.
I like that. Mine is just going to be, I haven't brought them up yet, Bill, but Milwaukee's also the home of Miller. So I would have beer luges from the upper deck down to the lower deck where they can pour Miller Lite down the beer luges and the people in the lower deck can get it. But the people in the upper deck are the ones that are, they're more of the grinders. So I would have workers go up on the rafters and make a beer luge down to the people in the upper deck too, so they don't feel left out. So it's a train that goes the whole way down. Yeah.
I do love that the XFL was doing the beer snakes, and they were getting incredibly long.
Yeah, they were.
Super impressive. Connor, what's
because you have ones that are appealing to the fans. Like the one I just first thought of, like every touchdown, flamethrowers are going off like that in the air. That's just like
that's a given.
Yeah, but I wanted to incorporate something with booze too, like maybe like flaming shots. Like I don't know, cool. That's something.
Okay, Connor, I got it. So what?
Let's hear it.
For your stadium, it's like if the capacity is like 70,000. If they clear 100,000 beers in one game, so like 1.5 per person, then we light someone on fire at midfield.
We're just gonna
have to be
flaming shots.
I was gonna say,
actually kill him like the stunt man who like runs across the field on fire.
It would have to be someone in a Carolina Panthers jersey too. They
Just
showed up to your
team. If you guys get it done by like the fourth quarter every time.
I'm just gonna put something with fire.
Okay.
We're workshopping it.
I want some stadium to have like a beer incentive to like do some crazy game. It'd be awesome.
We're workshopping it. What else do we have on here?
I think that might have been it. We might be going back to the color scheme now.
Oh, my colors are red and purple.
Damn it.
Red and purple. Is there a comp? Is there a red and purple team yet?
No, that's why
I love that. All right.
Mascot.
I bet one of the Any Given Sunday teams was red and purple. Seems like something they would do.
Or like the AAF.
Yeah.
Like my mascot, he'll be a red flame with a purple jersey.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll. It's kind of boring, but for whatever reason, I don't like orange as like a uniform or jersey color for whatever reason. So I'm just gonna go with like the classic black and silver. We're gonna intimidate you. We're gonna wear black as much as we can. It's gonna kind of look like a Raiders style, but hopefully like with Color Rush we could get a little creative and bring some flair. But we're gonna keep it pretty old school, I think, and just try to strike fear in our opponents.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to pivot twice now. I feel like I'm stepping on your color schemes too much. Like I was gonna go black and red, like kind of the Mean Machine look, and then I didn't like that. I was gonna go black and white with like the skull and crossbones like look, but I actually think I'm gonna go purple and black and kind of
Like
copy ECU swag.
Yeah, East Carolina, yeah.
Yeah, so I see college teams stealing from the NFL all the time, so we're gonna actually flip it on its head and go purple and black, but in the vein of ECU with like a light purple as the primary and then black accents.
I like that.
I like it. I like it. I like it. I don't know. This is a fun little exercise we did. I think
watch out,
we have good teams. Wait, who's your offensive and defensive captains?
Tyreek Hill. I want to see what he can do when he's the leader for once. Just give him the chance at redeeming himself, because that's why we got John Dorsey, so we can have an all-criminal squad. And if Tyreek can lead them out of the darkness, then great captain.
Is his son the ball boy?
Ball boy?
Isn't that who he?
I don't know.
He can help out. Why not? What else is he up to?
Your defensive captain is whom?
Aaron Donald.
I like it. I like it. Kier, you have who?
We're not going to have an offensive captain because I want Kyler to earn it.
Okay.
He's going to have
Charlie
to ball
Conway
out.
stuff.
Yeah, and we're going to go TJ Watt as the defensive captain to send a message to JJ that he better fucking grind.
I like that.
Yeah, as a little incentive here. That's a Vrabel move too. He'd be a complete dickhead about it.
It is.
I mean, I have to go Mahomes captain. He's just leader of men, best player in the world. And I think for my defensive captain, I'm going to play favorites and pick Gilmore. I don't fucking care. It should be Bobby Wagner, but guess what? I'm going to go with my fellow Gamecock. I just
Why not go with the reigning defensive MVP?
Exactly. And Nick Bosa, I think he'll want the C, but he's got, like you guys say, he's got to earn it. Has to earn it.
I like it. Okay, I do have a Stump the Schwab for you guys. If Will
do it,
playing one.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want the top 10. I will give a half point if you get anybody in the top 20, but it counts as a strike, just because like you can get close to it. But it is the most forced fumbles in NFL history. Everybody's gettable. They were all in our lifetimes except number 6, which I will take off the list and bump down to number 11. Okay?
Okay. Wow.
It's the top 10 forced fumbles of all time. And we'll start with Will.
So by lifetime, or does that mean just like people we know? Like the number 6 was like in like the fucking 50s or something?
Wait, was it? Wait.
Everybody else is like gettable NFL legend.
Was it Dick, Night Trade, and Lane, number 6?
No.
All right, then never mind. That doesn't count.
Wait, I want to take my guess at a legend then too.
Yeah, that's fine. We just got to guess at a legend.
Who was the fucking guy on the Rams that used to slap the ear holes? Deacon Jones. Is that it? Is that number 6?
No, it's Chris Dolman. Have you ever heard of him?
Nah.
Okay.
All right,
All
you're
right.
up.
That was kind of fun, though.
It was legitimately though. Everybody else is like superstar stud from our lifetimes.
All right. The first one then I will go with is Reggie White.
Reggie White is number 20, so I'll give you a half point.
Wow, I figure he's. I mean, he has
If
what?
it's top 20, I don't think it should be a strike actually, but you only get a half point. I'm looking for the top 10.
All right.
Wait, can it be half a point and half a strike?
Well, whatever, Kyle. Whatever's easiest to manage. Right?
All right, I'll give a half strike.
There's one I feel better about saying, but I'm gonna go with the ballsier one. It's literally called the Peanut Punch. We're going with Charles Tillman.
That's right. Charles Tillman is tied for 6th with Chris Dolman. 44 forced fumbles, 6th all time. That's
I'm
a great
thinking
one.
like, yeah, that's a good one because I'm thinking of like pass rushers more. Maybe I should
Not to give a hint, but like
Don't.
you should be thinking pass rushers.
Yeah.
That's all.
All right.
It's a hint.
I'll go with. I mean, this guy was just such an animal. It was LT up there, Lawrence Taylor.
There's no Lawrence Taylor.
Wow.
This is a hard category, man. Holy shit.
So 1.5 strikes and a half point for Will.
Yeah, I got 1.5 strikes already. Holy shit.
How about Bruce Smith?
He's number 8.
So I was gonna, yeah, all right. I'll stick to my original game plan.
You should. Just to get it'll give it away, but I don't really care. There's only one more player from the secondary in the top 20. He's not even in the top 10. So.
All right. I'm going to go Mean Joe Green. What the fuck is this category, dude? This is insane.
Think of pass rushers from our lifetime.
He played for the New York Football Giants and has a large gap in between his teeth. Michael Strahan.
No Michael Strahan.
All right.
There you go, Connor.
Oh my god. All right. I'll go DeMarcus Ware.
Oh, that's a good one.
He is 13. So I'll give you a half point and we'll keep it rolling. So 1 to 2. 2.5 strikes to 1.
Dude, this is.
What about Kevin Green? Fuck. Wait, didn't he get a half a strike for the last one too? Because he was not in the top 10.
Keep it going a little bit more. I don't want you.
On the record, I'm the winner. I won.
It's looking that way.
This is a pillow fight. Oh man.
You'll kick yourselves whenever I go down the list, probably.
Let me think for a second. Like the first, I'm thinking like Ray Lewis, but I guess those type of guy. He's not that much really a pass rusher. So.
Right. A lot of these guys had 6 sack years coming off the edge.
This one isn't sexy, but he had a shitload of sacks. Maybe like a Simeon Rice. No.
Nope. And that is it.
Dude,
Can you guess something else?
This is probably wrong, but Derek Thomas.
Derek Thomas is 9.
I'll keep it going.
Yeah, keep ripping through him. This is.
You're still missing the top 5.
It's like Jason Taylor.
I won't say him. He says Terrell Suggs.
Terrell Suggs is 10.
Yes.
You can do it, Connor. I really believe in you here.
Just
this is probably gonna kill me, but I'll go Von Miller.
That's what killed him. Yeah. So the top 4: Robert Mathis, number 1.
Never would have guessed him.
Was Dwight
Number
Freeney
two.
up there?
Dwight Freeney's 4.
Okay.
Julius Peppers is 2. He's 2
Ah.
shy of him.
Okay.
3 is actually sneaky guy, edge rusher for the Falcons for a very long time.
John Abraham?
John Abraham is number 4.
From South Carolina, John Abraham.
Number
He
3,
was a
sorry.
Jet for a while too, yeah.
And then Connor got Peanut Tillman, Bruce Smith, Derek Thomas, Terrell Suggs. Then Brian Dawkins was 11.
Wow.
Also listed O.C. Minora, DeMarcus Ware,
I was gonna say OCU Manura.
James Harrison, and Tamba Hawley.
Tamba!
They were all just predominant pass rushers from our lifetime. I guess the strip sack was just alive and well when we were growing up. But those are like all the best pass rushers that we had growing up. That's why I kind of like the list. You guys were just sticking too old school.
I feel like that when I watch like old school film on like NFL films or something, like when I see like Joe Green hit someone, like they explode. And like especially like Lawrence Taylor, like when he used to hit people, like their helmet would go like 50 feet. I'm assuming the ball would go out like 100 feet too. But I don't know. That is interesting. Robert Mathis, shout out. Damn.
Yeah,
Breaking. Alden Smith is back in the league. He signed a 1-year deal with the Dallas Cowboys.
He went for the sack record 1 year and then just never heard from him again because he just kept getting drunk and driving.
Yeah.
My favorite Alden Smith story is when he was blacked out at an airport and screamed bomb.
Yeah, that's pretty gangster, I'm not gonna lie.
You cannot do that under any circumstance.
Yeah,
but incredibly illegal.
Just think about how funny that would be if you were around the person that did that and you weren't involved whatsoever. It'd be pretty funny if your friend just yelled bomb in an airport and suffered the consequences for that. So I appreciate the humor out of him.
Yeah, that's the opening scene of Due Date, kind of, where he's like, "You can't say that on a plane." He's like, "What, bomb?" And they're like, "Sure, we're gonna need you to leave the plane," and that kind of starts their entire.
I think that scene's happened in several movies. Was that Meet the Fockers where he said that too?
It's at the end of the movie where he's trying to leave. He's like, bomb, 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 bomb.
That one, and then also in She's Out of My League, he has the conversation about threatening to say bomb to get him off the plane on the end. So actually a pretty common movie thing. Wow.
Yeah.
I love when she's out of my league when he comes all over himself and then has to explain it to her at her event or whatever. I had this giant loogie in my pants.
An oyster. He calls it an oyster.
Oyster. And then the dog starts licking it. It's hilarious.
Very underrated movie. It's on Netflix right now. So
and based in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah. Another Pittsburgh movie.
What's the actress name? Because she is so attractive.
Yeah.
Alex.
She's a chicken entourage, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's who he marries. But then in the movie, apparently divorced her after 2 days.
Yep. But she is crazy hot. Huge fan of her.
Incredibly so.
By the way, I was late to this podcast because I was watching Lil Dicky's new show. If you haven't watched it, it is genuinely the funniest thing I've seen in several years. It's giving me Workaholics excitement vibes. Just whenever you find a great funny show out of nowhere.
What platform is it on?
FX.
Okay.
Streaming on Hulu.
Unrelated, there's a tweet saying that someone saw Cam Newton arrive in a private signature jet at the Boston airport. Eyeball emoji. Which could be a lie because they don't have a blue check mark. But whatever. He's going to go to the Chargers anyways.
You think so?
That's the betting favorite.
Interesting.
Who would start for them?
Favorites.
Who would start for them if Cam didn't? Tyrod, right?
Yeah.
I like Tyrod.
I do too.
He's sneaky. But I have a very bad stinging feeling in my stomach, if the Patriots get Cam Newton, that they'll extend their dynasty by 5 years. Because I think him or with the right team around him, he's still a winner at some point. if he can stay healthy. So,
dude, the Pats kind of suck though, like offensively at least. Like their weapons are kind of ass.
They
Unless
do, but like that's why Cam was good for so long. Was like he would just make you have a decent above replacement level offense because he was there. Like that's the whole point of like so good.
That would be my transit. Like I don't want to transition too fast into hot takes, but
no, let's transition into them. Let's do it. Let's just jump right into them.
All right. Well, my hot take would be the Patriots are still going to win the AFC East this year, regardless of the quarterback. I don't even need a condition. It could be Stidham, Belichick could throw on a fucking helmet and go out there. I don't care. They're going to win that division. I'm going to bet on them. It's been 18 years in a row. I know the Bills are doing everything in their power to suit up. Last year looked like it was going to be the year, but that's a thing where I have to see it to believe it. Like, if you've been the person who's just trying to get on something early, I love that. Like, I do that in betting a lot, but this is one of those scenarios where you legitimately, I have to see them not win the division until I hop off. Even if it's a ridiculous line, like minus 250, minus 300 this year without Brady, I'm still taking them to win that division. As long as Belichick's there, that defense is still going to be really good. They'll win ugly games. They're going to win that division.
That makes me go into my hot take. I think I'm going to officially put stats to pen and get something out there. So I have the Patriots and Buccaneers both making the playoffs this year. We said that on a pod like 2 weeks ago. Tom Brady, 4,000 yards, 30 touchdowns in Tampa Bay. It shouldn't be a hot take, but at this point it is.
4,000 yards, I think, is hotter than 30 touchdowns, in my opinion. Yeah.
Yep. But I mean, he's got Evans and Godwin, whoever they conjure up at tight end. He's got the weapons. I believe in Bruce Arians too. I mean, Jameis just threw 5,000 yards plus, or whatever he did. So I think going to those two guys and whoever else they want to throw in there, 4,000 is actually pretty easy and doable. So we'll see.
Connor, I have a take. Well, hold on, Connor. Before you get to your take, I wanted to ask you, do you think Godwin giving his 12 to Brady was Godwin's choice, or do you think Brady, like, as soon as he signed, he's like, yo, you're like 24, give me a fucking number, I'm going to run this team?
I think Godwin just, like, knew he was giving up his number. It kind of just, like, went without saying.
I think there was no choice for anyone in the matter, regardless. So, and I think Godwin's well aware of that.
But my take, and we're going to stick in the NFC South, and it has to do with the team down in the Bayou, and they will not be making the playoffs this year.
Whoa, that is hot.
Because I think Breeze is washed. 8-8.
Wow, that is
I think
super hot.
I would have maybe stuck with Bridgewater over Breeze. I don't think Breeze is that good anymore.
So are you saying who's going to win that division? I love
deciding the ridiculous takes more than anybody. I love supporting you and egging you on the best I can. I will not be doing that here. I'm sorry.
Maybe the Bucks won it. Who knows? Like they're
maybe.
I mean, I'm ruling the Panthers. Yeah, I would rule the Panthers out. I wouldn't sleep on the Falcons because they kind of turned it on at the end of the year. They just have a shitty O-line, and I don't think their defense is very good. But I don't know. I'm a Matty Ice believer. I think he's good. Sue me.
I agree with that.
I think that's an interesting question. Who do you think is the best team from this past year that won't make the playoffs next year, and the worst team from this past year to make the playoffs this coming year? So for you, it'd definitely be the Saints not making the playoffs, Connor. That's because were they the number 1 seed in the NFC?
No, they didn't even get a bye.
Oh, they were. Yeah, they were the 3 seed, going 13-3 or whatever. Yeah, because the Niners went 14-2.
Am I allowed to say the Titans? Because I think there's no shot the Titans make the playoffs this year.
You can say the Titans.
That division, I just think the Texans just shot themselves in the foot. For them, it's literally going to be a thumb wrestle with the Colts.
For worst teams making the playoffs, I will go with the Cards or the Jets.
Same.
I think Sam Darnold's gonna be really good this year
if you want a hot take though, I suppose there's a chance I could see the Ravens missing the playoffs if the Steelers are back. I don't care. I hate Lamar Jackson. I think he's a fraud. So, gets my ass Baltimore.
Who else?
I'm gonna say the Packers. I think the Packers could fold here.
Dude, there's chatter of them getting Jordan Love in the first round.
Whoa.
They could use somebody, I'll tell you.
There's murmurings of it. Rodgers was not great last year.
Yeah, but their defense is actually really good now. They have no reason to miss the playoffs.
I could maybe see the Vikings missing the playoffs.
Do we really think the Niners are going to repeat what they did, especially if the Cardinals get better and the Seahawks are still going to be really good? Really?
I'm still in on the Niners.
Me too.
Very much so.
Interesting.
I think Jimmy G's still got a level to go up at some point here too.
There was a lot of Jimmy G disrespect this offseason that I didn't care for. I thought the Niners would have been insane to trade him for Brady. Jimmy G will never be Tom Brady. I know that. But right now, I would rather have him as my quarterback than like a 43-year-old Tom Brady. I don't think that's an absurd thing to say.
Yep.
Look, he missed a throw in the Super Bowl. Shit happens, man. It happens. Brady missed a throw in the second Giants Super Bowl to Wes Welker. Would have had 7 rings. But now he doesn't.
Connor, do you want to hear my list of quarterbacks better than Aaron Rodgers from 3 years ago?
Save it.
Okay. I have 20 quarterbacks for whenever we can do that.
Holy shit. Yeah, you're a huge anti-Rodgers. That's like your arch.
The biggest. That's the
biggest. If I could kill one person without consequences, and they told me like I could go back in time and like kill Hitler and like save the world, whatever, I would still kill Aaron Rodgers. Like no questions asked.
I'll tell you who I would kill. It was that fucking asshole in China who ate the bat and started this whole fucking mess with coronavirus.
Yeah.
Rodgers.
I would kill Hannah Storm because I think she's a complete whore and I hate her. I despise her.
That just went from to 100.
That was great.
Fuck.
No, I hate her more than anything.
That's awesome.
I love. Was a fun fellas.
Yeah, I'm glad we devolved into who we would kill if we had a choice. That's like one of my favorite conversations to have.
I feel like that's logical.
Yeah. So, Connor, would you kill 3 people in the world if you could suffer no consequences? And would one of them be Gettleman?
Here's the thing. He had cancer like not very long ago, and
right. So he's on bonus time anyway.
Yeah, I probably would. I fucking hate that guy's guts. I hate his fucking
Would you
guts.
kill? See, these are all political moves. It's not even that personal.
The thing is, he's probably gonna get fired after this year. Like, I kind of hope the Giants are bad for one more. No, Jake Laser said that if they don't turn it around this year, he's out. So I kind of hope they just suck for one more year and then just give him the boot. But yeah, I'd kill his ass pretty quickly. 2 more people I would kill. The Bat guy, I'll include him.
Would you kill Dolan?
Yeah, probably. Like,
you'd be the hero of New York.
Yeah.
I'd get like a championship parade.
Not all heroes wear capes, Connor.
Yeah, those are the 2 people I would kill.
Probably kill Rodgers, my neighbor from my last apartment, just the worst. And wow, I could kill a lot of people. There's too many. I want to leave the third one open to depending on how I feel during the day. But I guess for now it would just be the next person on a bike I see.
Like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean, to quote Michael Scott, if I had 3 bullets, I would just shoot Hannah Storm 3 times.
Yep. Absolutely.
A bonus who I'd kill, I had to pick up a prescription today at Rite Aid at the drive-thru, and the person in front of me, they got their prescriptions and then just like stopped to like pick something up and like dropped in their car, and then like I couldn't move up because like do that at the fucking end of the goddamn drive-thru, you asshole. Not still in it. I could have killed that person. That annoyed the hell out of me.
Similar situation. Long line at my gas station a few days ago. Guy plays $50 at the lottery in front of everybody.
That's the worst.
That's yeah. You. I'd be irate.
Like was he a redneck dipshit?
No, but they usually are.
Oh no, we lost Kyle. Well,
he looks dazed and confused.
Yeah,
in that still frame.
End it though, Bill. So I'll see you soon on here.
Absolutely, always fun, my friend. Thank you, Kyle. Whenever you rewatch it.
Yeah,
thanks, guys. All right, later.